So, hello student, today we will start the new module transfer and transport. So, in the previous few lectures we considered from dustbin to the landfill site or recycling facility and or from source of waste generation to the landfill site or recycling facility we consider as a collection activity. Now, today again we will discuss transport and transport. So, we will see that in between dustbin to the disposal site or source to the disposal site where this transfer and transport activity will come up. Okay. So, you will see here is a function element. So, now it is in between collection or from the source or storage facility to the disposal site, in between transfer and transport one function element or one activity will get considered. So, this today's lecture we will talk about need and type of transfer station. First we will see the transfer station, what exactly is the transfer stations, and after that we will see the what is the need and benefit of transfer station, and also we will discuss about the type of different type of transfer stations. So, this is one example I am going to start. So, this is a Google map of Guwahati city. So, I was just showing, and this is the disposal site which is showing is the disposal site. Okay, you can see. So, this disposal site is Guwahati, is the maximum haul distance from the entire city is less than 20 kilometer, the collection or haul distance or collection distance. Okay. So, normally for 20 kilometer haul distance, there are different kind of collection systems are available in the city. So, it was initially started with the stationary container system, and after JNREM program in 2006, haul container system have been started, and now recently again the stationary container system had been started, and mechanical stationary container system had been started with compactor vehicle. So, the collection cost is not that very high, because haul distance is maximum is 20 kilometer, you see in the from the different corner to the disposal site. But now problem is that this location is very close to the one of the lake, and very well known lake. The city corporation is looking for different landfill site. Okay. But now the suppose the disposal site would have been located in such a location where the shortest collection point could be more than 20 kilometer. Suppose, because the local corporation already trying to find the another location, if the location is more than 20 kilometer, means the minimum haul distance or shortest haul distance is 30 kilometer, or suppose maximum haul distance come up with 50 kilometer or 60 kilometer, whether that will be economical, that is the question. So, whether the hauling to the disposal site is could be economical. Now, I do not think so. If the haul distance goes to 40 kilometer, 50 kilometer, then it will not be economical. So, what will be the idea for that? So, suppose that waste size is located in the remote area or countryside, very far, maybe 50 kilometer, 60 kilometer. So, this is one of the, you see here this example from the US. So, one of the city Sandow is spending around $33 million for only the collection of waste, because disposal site is far away. Say one of the report also has come up, like $28.8 million is for different collection vehicles they are spending. So, see that if you are located far away, disposal site it will not be economical. This is one of the example. You see that is a very costly process. So, what will be the economical solution for this? what the such kind of cities can finalize the solution for this, because now you see in most of the city of India also, because in most of the corporation they started the disposal site very nearby, because their haul distance should be less and collection should be economical. But now because of population is increasing and a lot of rural people are coming to the city and staying somewhat in such areas where the prices are very low in such area. So, now most of the corporations looking for alternate site, and now because they are worried, because the nearby there is no location available, and wherever nearby village they are finding the location which could be economical, these village people they are not allowing to dispose the waste near to their village. So, now they have to go far away. This far away could be a 40 kilometer, 50 kilometer, and the way our collection system, whether is a hall container system or stationary container system, except that compaction facility, is very difficult to collect the waste more than 2 tons, 3 tons of waste in a trip, in a single trip. And if you are specially planning for hall container system, having the waste of only 2 tons, 3 tons in a trip means, I think the collection cost will be very high, and because of that the hall collection system also is difficult to accept. In that case, we have to go for stationary container system, and you know that there are lot of issues and issues about the stationary container system. You can't collect the large amount of waste from the hall container system. So, now for that the solution is transfer station. So, now you see here one of the photo I am showing is the Hong Kong, China. Now, transfer stations is a temporary disposal site, and which is very close to the residential area or very close to the waste generation sites, could be possible. And in this transfer station, the local waste collection vehicle dispose the entire waste cargo prior to loading into the larger vehicle. So, the smaller vehicle will collect the waste from the sources. These sources could be a household, sources could be the dustbin sites or container sites, and these smaller vehicles will deposit the waste into these temporary locations, and after that it will load to the larger vehicle. The larger vehicle then transport the waste to the treatment or recycling facility or disposal facility. Okay. Now, the transfer and transfer in the referred to a mean facility used to effect the transfer the waste from the one proper location to the another location. Okay. This is another one more you can find in the Israel, the transfer station. And this is I think I found one photograph here to show you, because it is very close to the residential area, very close to the waste generation sites. So, how it used to be look like? You see here outside in Seattle, one of the city of US, this is the outside view and this is the inside view. See here, the waste is getting temporary get disposed of, and from the smaller vehicle, and from here the larger vehicle will collect the waste and transport to the disposal site or recycling facilities. Now, what are the need of transfer operation? So, transfer station is a normally is understand the integrate part of the any type of all type of material recovery facilities. So, if you see in the you go to any developing countries like Europe or US, everywhere you see that wherever the MRF or recycling facilities are available, transfer station is an integral part of collection system. Okay. So, this is one more photograph transfer station. Now, they are necessary or transfer stations are necessary when the haul distance to available processing center disposal sites are high. If haul distance are high, you can ask this, sir, high means what? See, it is again depend upon city to city, the distance, and see 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers, up to 20 kilometers, even 25 kilometers traveling in a city. So, is a possible, and if you have proper road where these larger vehicle can be travel or can transport from these roads, so it will be economical. But if the distance, the haul distance is more than 30 kilometer, 40 kilometer or 50 kilometers, it's very difficult to avail the simple collection facility. So, in that case you will require transfer stations. And another one, if the processing center or disposal site are in the remote location and cannot be reached directly by the highways. So, this is another, I think is a similar kind of points, but please both are different, because one point we are seeing that the haul distance are very large, okay, and another case where already the local authorities or local corporation has already finalized the location far away, and where is not easy to reach into those locations by the simple roads or simple highways. And if it is reachable to the highways also, it won't be economical to collect from the small vehicle, where only 2 tons, 3 tons of waste is transporting from those roads and disposing waste into the disposal site or recycling facility. So, it is also possible that in some remote location, if you are finalizing the recycling facility or disposal facility, in that case also if you have the transfer stations inside the cities, that will be very beneficial. Now, there are few more factors, I think apart from these two important necessaries, few more factors which will really attract the transfer stations. I think I can say because of these transfer stations, some more excess benefits could be possible. So, the first is the occurrence of illegal dumping due to excessive haul distance. So, it is possible that especially in the India kind of country where haul distance is very far away. So, you will find such illegal dumpings wherever the small area is available, or wherever there is no construction or any open area is available, people will try to dispose the waste into such location, and especially in the curb services where house owner has to be disposed waste into the dustbin. So, what these local people will do or residents will do, rather than going to the disposal site to 200 meter or 300 meter or 400 meter far away, wherever the free space they are finding, they will dispose the waste. See here, even I think many authorities is planning for some, has already put some fines for the dispose the waste into the such areas, but I think because of excessive haul distance, very difficult to see that the illegal dumping. And is not only from the residence area, but the crew members also, because they have to travel far away or very high haul distance. So, they will also try that wherever the open area they are finding, they will dispose the waste. That is why in India most of the cases or most of the cities you will find that this vehicle is getting unloaded into the river or nalas, the local river of the city, and because of that this local river which is flowing through the city is become a nala or is getting highly polluted because of this. See here, this is one of the photograph in Mohan Nagar in Nagpur, the illegal dumping of garbage. You see such locations, you see this kind of location is anywhere in India, in any city you can find it, and this is because of improper collection system, and could be possible that if the haul distance is very high, or in that case is possible to have this kind of illegal dumping. And see that some of the cities started the CCTVs also to see that illegal dumping. So, this is this Goa, one of the news, they put it fines of rupees 1000 for the illegal garbage dumping. So, this is not only for the local household people, but also for the crew member of the corporation, crew members of a corporation. So, because of that we can reduce the illegal dumping because of having transfer station. So, another factor is can possible to use the small collection vehicle. Okay. So, it is possible that if very close any transfer stations are available. So, why to use the very big vehicles, like you see in the most of the cities now under Swachh Bharat mission, most of the cities have started the compactor vehicles is hauling around 7 tons, 8 ton or 10 tons of waste in a same vehicle, and if such kind of vehicle is travelling from the smaller road, it is very difficult for their transportation into such roads. So, and nobody likes such kind of vehicles into their nearby area or neighboring area, nobody will like to have such kind of big vehicles. So, why not, I think if there are transfer station very close, we can have these kind of smaller vehicles, and these smaller vehicles directly can go to the transfer station, need not to go to the storage area or dustbins area. So, because of this transfer station you can avoid the dustbins in the city. I think one of the lecture I was sharing that is it possible that small city without dustbins or dustbin free cities? Yeah, it is possible if you are planning transfer stations very close to the residential area, but there are some issues which I will discuss further in the further slide. But because of these transfer stations, it is possible that you can plan for smaller vehicle, and this smaller vehicle collect the waste directly from the households, and it will go to the transfer stations facility and deposit the waste in those locations. Also, for primary collection, rather than using the tricycle rickshaw, we can use the auto tippers, the mechanical vehicle, where the waste can be collected from the each households, and waste will go to the transfer stations. So, small capacity of vehicle in the Surat, this is one of the photograph. This is for primary collection. So, now here primary collection and secondary collection is together. Now, this is another benefit, that the use of hall container system with relatively small containers for the collection of waste from the commercial sources. Now, normally in the commercial areas, normally we have to use the stationary container system, and the quantity is very large and very difficult to have hall container system, because the size of the vehicle will be somewhat large. So, why not we can have this kind of vehicle, this smaller vehicle we can plan, and this could be a hall container system we can plan, or we can have the stationary container system also with the smaller containers, and collection frequency we can increase in that case. Okay. So, hall container system with smaller container from the commercial areas. Also possible that the use of hydraulic and pneumatic collection system, if the vehicles size are smaller, so we can have the pneumatic system, hydraulic system we can use. So, will be required very less number of crew members. So, you see here this photograph shows that these are two type of waste. This is from the Jaipur on the photograph, where the wet garbage and dry garbage has been collected from the residential area for the primary collection, and now is disposing into the mechanically or hydraulically is getting unloaded into the dustbins area. So, now here a photograph is showing this kind of dustbins, this will go to the transfer stations, not to the disposal site. This is another hydraulic system, could be possible. Now, the use of transfer station, this is another one more attraction of transfer station. These transfer station can be used as an recycling centers, could be more sustainable, is possible. Now, here I will discuss a few points. Now, I think one small transfer stations are getting the small quantity of nearby areas wet waste and dry waste. So, maybe wet waste we can't store for the longer period, wet waste will go to the directly to the composting facility or treatment facility. At least this dry waste could be possible that it get recycled, maybe some small recycling facility it is possible, if not recycling facility at least the component separation facility, at least that could be started into these transfer stations. So, here one example I will give, this is another one more photograph of recycling center in transfer station. Here I will give one example, like this is one city suppose, and your disposal site is somewhere here. The distance from these locations, especially from this location to the disposal site is around 40 to 50 kilometer, and is very difficult, it is not economical to haul the waste from such location to the disposal site or recycling facility. So, what could possible that here somewhere here we can plan one transfer station. Okay. So, from this transfer station, so whatever the dry waste and wet waste segregated way will come to the transfer station. So, what we can do it here, the wet waste we can directly haul to the disposal facility with the larger vehicle, and remaining this dry waste we can have the proper segregation facility, we can make it here. So, segregation facility, and from here itself is going to for the recycling facility, not to the any bigger recycling facility, or at least some kind of recycling could be possible here itself. So, that is what another benefit of transfer station, the waste is getting transported properly, but also these kind of facility can be used as one of the recycling facility. Suppose the dry waste recycling facility is not possible, and if you are in such location, suppose if you are getting the proper area and it is somewhat out from the city or somewhat far from the city area, can have one composting facility here. Maybe the wet waste is getting composted here itself. So, only the dry waste will get hauled off to the disposal site or recycling facility followed. So, similar way maybe from some other areas also, like in other case also, if you have planned one transfer station here itself. So, it is possible that, and here also if you have planned one composting plant here. So, already one community level one composting plant in another one location, other location. So, at least this wet waste it will not come to the disposal site or any recycling facility. So, that is what one benefit we can do it by transfer stations. Now, I think once we understand the transfer station and the importance of transfer station, now we will talk about types of transfer station. There are different type of transfer stations, and based on that we can get the benefit of these transfer stations. So, depending upon the method used to load the transport vehicle, they are classified as direct load transfer station, storage load transfer station, and combined with the direct load and storage load. I think here we will see that based on the load of transport vehicle and what kind of benefits we are planning to get it, especially whether recycling facilities or any composting facility could be possible in transfer station. Based on that we can classify it in three different ways, the transfer station. So, first we will see the direct load transfer station. So, at direct load transfer station, the waste in the collection vehicle are emptied directly into the vehicle to be used to transport them to a place of final deposition, directly emptied directly into the vehicle and transport to place of final deposition into facilities such as MRF facilities it will go, or to compact the waste into transport vehicle into the waste bales that are transported to the disposal site. waste may be emptied onto a unloading platform and then pushed into collection vehicle after recovery of recycling matter. So, it is possible one way we can say the emptied directly into the vehicle, and other way the waste may be emptied into a unloading platform, and after that it will push into the collection vehicle. So, here we can plan for if it is possible to get some kind of recycling material, that we can get it, and then it will push to the larger size collection vehicle. So, here is the one platform and this is the smaller vehicle will get unloaded into the larger vehicle. So, waste discharge directly into a open top trailer into a compaction facility. So, this could have one compaction facility. Okay. So, here you can see this is the truck from waste is getting collected, and here is getting unloaded, and here maybe here one compaction facility also could be possible, and this is the large container transfer station. This will get hauled to the disposal site or recycling facility. So, the volume of waste that can be stored temporarily on the unloading platform is defined as surge capacity or the emergency storage capacity of the station, whatever the maximum capacity of that particular station. So, here you can see here this is the incoming vehicle, the smaller size of vehicle is getting unloaded into the larger container. This is the container of large vehicle, and it is having one facility of compaction facility. The waste is getting unloaded, it is getting compacted, and this compacted waste is going to this larger container. So, this kind of facility could possible. So, this is another one more photograph simple. So, here 3 tons capacity one vehicle, the MSW is unloading here the compaction facility, and this the another vehicle having the large container which can take 20 tons of waste in a one trip. So, you can see here this is the very simple facility, waste is getting hauled and this is the bigger container is here. Okay. This is another facility. So, here waste is getting first deposited into the floor, and after that is getting unloaded into the larger container. Or here you can see these are the different units. So, this is the vehicle and these are the big chambers. So, waste is getting unloaded into these chambers, and these chambers are loading onto the vehicle. Suppose this chambers is filled completely, this will be loaded onto this vehicle. Okay. So, in the direct load facility, suppose if you are not planning for say any segregation or any recyclable matter, so directly this waste will get deposited into the larger vehicle directly. If you are not planning for compaction facility, need not to go for compaction also, especially the wet waste. If wet waste is getting disposed or getting deposited into this container, so do not require any compaction facility, that is also possible. Now, the next is the storage load transfer station. So, here the name just understand the storage facility means waste is getting stored off and then it is getting loaded onto the larger vehicle. So, at storage load transfer station waste are emptied directly into a storage pit. So, it is getting unloaded into the storage pit, which they are loaded into the transport vehicle by various type of some different auxiliary equipment. So, it will have this is the storage platform, and by different way it will get waste will get feed into the larger container. Okay. Now, the difference between the direct load and storage load transfer is that latter is the designed with a capacity to store waste, means the only the change, it is designed to a capacity to store the waste. Okay. So, different type of storage load containers are the large capacity storage load transportation without compaction is possible. There is no compaction facility and also along with the processing or compaction facility. So, here the benefit of the storage load could possible that initially waste is getting stored into the storage pit, wherever the you are planning for collection of recyclable matter, that you can plan it, whether mechanically or even mechanically also some unit could be possible that the recyclable matter will get segregated and the remaining which is not able to segregate it, that will loaded into the larger vehicle. That kind of facility we can plan into the storage load transfer station. So, is not only the transfer station, but also we can plan the recycling facility also in such locations. So, you see here, this is the waste is getting into the storage pit. This is the storage pit. Now, I think you will see here difficult to have collection of segregation of recyclable matter, but manually could be possible in such locations. So, you see here the waste is unloaded into the storage pit. There are different vehicles are coming and disposing the waste, and by different vehicle waste is getting pushed into the different area or to the larger vehicle facility. Compaction truck unloading waste into the storage pit. So, these are the compactor vehicles. So, here also this one of the photograph from US, the waste is getting unloaded into the storage pit. Now, another third type is combined direct load and discharge load transfer station facility. So, it is a combination of both direct load and discharge load. So, these are multi-purpose facility meant to service a broader range of user that just a single purpose facility. So, now here there are two different facilities. So, actually I personally believe that this kind of transfer station is always beneficial for India kind of country. So, here what we can plan here, so already we know that the segregation is one of the important activity. So, already under Swachh Bharat mission segregation have started with dry waste and wet waste. Now, see here, if you are planning for transfer station, so this wet waste I won't accept that could have the composting facility nearby, because it is very close to the residential area. So, difficult to have biological degradation facilities. Okay. So, what we can plan here, the wet waste will get direct load. So, there is no storage of wet waste, but dry waste we can have storage into the storage pit. Whatever the recyclable matters will get segregated, we will do it, and which is not recyclable, like inert content or some other materials which is not possible to get recycled, that will go to the larger container. So, we can plan in this such a way that the wet waste will directly get load into the larger vehicle without compaction facility, and the dry waste after segregation of recyclable matter, it will go to the larger container with compaction facility. So, because of that we can increase our collection efficiency. Okay. So, this is very highly beneficial for material recycling facilities. Now, you see here few direct load and discharge load transfer facility. So, here direct load some, and somewhere we can plan for storage facility also along with that. We will see some advantages and disadvantages of transfer station. So, the advantages are lower collection cost obviously, because your haul cost have been reduced now, because you are hauling 20 tons, 30 tons in one trip itself. So, maybe small cities like Guwahati has where around 700 800 tons waste is getting generated. So, in that case you will be required only few trips. If your plan for 4-5 vehicle, means each vehicle has to be do maybe around 5 to 6 trips in a day. So, always that will be a economical. So, because of that reduce fuel and maintenance cost of the collection vehicle, this is one of very important issue in Indian waste collection system, because we are using number of vehicles for the primary collection separate, secondary collection for separate. So, obviously, the maintenance cost is very high. So, by reducing the hauling, we can reduce the maintenance cost, increase flexibility in selected disposal facility. Yeah, is also possible that if you are using for transportation, we have always flexibility of choosing our location of disposal site. Maybe in such cases you can go far away, maybe 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, or is possible that few cities close, maybe there are 2 ULBs which distance could be 100 kilometer. So, maybe it is possible that somewhere in the middle we can plan one disposal site or recycling facility and there the waste from the both the ULBs will come together. So, that is also possible that we have the flexibility if we have the proper transfer station. So, option to separate recover material or compostable at the transfer station. So, as I said, composting could be difficult, but at least separation of the recyclable matter could be possible because of that, or opportunity to shed or bale waste into the before disposal, maybe compaction or shredding is also possible, that also we can get benefit of transfer station. These are the few advantages, and other advantages like difficulty with the siting, permitting, and particularly in the urban city. This is one of the important issue which I am going to discuss in the next class. Location, because every time I am saying that it is very close to the recycling facility, very close to the residential facility. So, obviously, finding such location itself is a very difficult task, and construction and operation cost may make the undesirable for some community. So, this is also one of the issue in the related one, because it is a close to residential area. So, obviously, the local people will they will not allow to have the transfer station nearby their locations, and finding that kind of location also is somewhat difficult. But I think apart from these advantages or disadvantage, also I had talked a few points like which is attracting to the transfer station, that especially it can reduce the illegal dumping. That is one very important issue, especially for the India kind of country where illegal dumping is very most of the cases you are finding the illegal dumpings, most of the cities. Also, we also need the mechanical collection system with the smaller vehicle with hydraulic or pneumatic collection facility. I think now the time has come up to have such kind of collection system in India, where smaller vehicle will reach to the source waste generation areas, and directly waste is getting hauled to the transfer stations facility. And obviously, I think we need to increase our recycling facility. So, rather than the one centralized recycling facility, can plan the transfer small recycling facility at the transfer station, that always will be a highly beneficial. Okay. So, now I think one issue that which we are going to discuss about, important to discuss about siting, their location, and also the mean of transportation, because every time we are thinking about the transportation by road transportation only, but is not only the road transportations, there could be a water transportation or air transportation could be also possible. So, that we will discuss into the next lecture, and the location also we will see that, and also some design parameter also is very important to know before planning for transportation, that we are going to discuss into the next lecture. So, thank you for this lecture.